Welcome to CBT News with Bridget Fitzpatrick.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us on CBT News. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick and these are your top stories for the day. Trevor Milton, executive chairman of Nikola, is voluntarily stepping down from both his position and his spot on the company's board. The company announced the acceptance of Milton's resignation on Monday. The electric truck maker noted that Milton's replacement would be Stephen Girsky, former vice president of General Motors and a member of Nikola's board. Many are wondering if this change in leadership will mend the damaged reputation of Nikola. Carl Brower, executive analyst at iccars.com, doesn't believe so. Regarding the change in leadership, Brower said, "There's now a perception of Nikola misleading investors and business partners, and the perception has overshadowed the value Nikola brings to the GM partnership, at least in the near term. The long-term benefits of alignment between GM and Nikola can still materialize, but until they do, it's a black eye for both companies." For the first time in 11 years, Hyundai Motors and its South Korea union have reached a tentative agreement to freeze wages pending a vote on September 25th. The agreement comes as the car maker struggles to ride out the impact of the coronavirus, according to a company statement. The two sides reached the wage deal without a strike for the second consecutive year. Fiat Chrysler is rolling out its latest edition of its built-to-serve Ram full-size pickup. The latest model of the 2021 Ram 1500 is aimed to honor the Air Force. The company paid tribute to the Army and Navy with installments that debuted back in June and November of 2019. The truck comes with an aeronautical-inspired interior and exterior features, including a United States flag and built-to-serve decal on each of the rear quarter panels and 20-inch technical gray aluminum wheels and body color wheel flares. Don't go anywhere. Up next on CBT News, we share our exclusive conversation with Gregory Baranco, president and CEO of Baranco Automotive Group.
This segment brought to you by Elite. This is CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry. Subscribe today.
While there are over 18,000 dealers in the country, only 265 dealerships are owned by African Americans. The lack of representation and growth of diversity in automotive has hindered the automotive industry generation after generation. Successful African American dealer Gregory Baranco joined the show to discuss the need for growth in minority representation in retail automotive. Take a look.
As you know, there's currently just 265 black dealers in the country. And, that's a startling low number for those that hear it, for us in the industry. When you think about 18,000 dealers nationwide, that less than 1.5% of them are represented by blacks like yourself. So many of them are highly successful dealers. How does that make you feel, first of all, when you hear that number?
Well, I guess two sides. One, very grateful and for all the support that I've received through the years from my customers and employees, the manufacturers, my fellow dealers, in helping me to be here. And really blessed, because I know that there are a lot of dealers, particularly African-American dealers that are out there. For example, in prior to 2008, we had 765 African-American dealers and probably 1,500 minority dealers, all included.
Right.
And so, we were progressing. It was slowly, but we were progressing.
Right.
Along came the Great Recession, and the African-American dealers were just wiped out.
Yeah.
We are down at that 265 number now. And I have 3 dealers that are working for me. They were previous employees, became successful dealers, but because they were first generation dealers and when, for example, General Motors was bailed out and Ford was helped, Chrysler received federal money, but no one was at the table to say, hold on to these dealers if they're doing a good job.
Right.
So, you take Saturn, I was on the Saturn Planning and Development Council, so we had 10% minority representation, which doesn't sound like much, but it's a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, that was completely wiped out.
Right.
When went away and Hummer went away. Those dealers are gone.
Right. Right.
And there was no provision to help them get back.
Yeah.
The real problem is we're making progress, but African Americans make up roughly between 10 and 20%, depending on the brand of the buyers. Hispanic Americans, Latinos, and then Native Americans, the numbers are worse. Asian Americans. So we're contributing, we're buying over a third of the cars are purchased by minorities.
Right.
The dealer bodies don't reflect it. So we're customer focused, except when it comes to sharing a piece of the pie.
All right, you can catch the rest of that conversation with Gregory as he shares his incredible journey in becoming a highly successful dealer at cbtnews.com. If you haven't already, make sure to sign up to become a member of CBT News. Members have all access to all things retail automotive, from breaking news stories and market trends to in-depth interviews and extensive training tools for your dealership. CBT is your home for all things retail automotive. Also, make sure you check out the new Diversity in Automotive show with Corey Mosley, sponsored by TrueCar and Car Now, right here at cbtnews.com. That wraps up our show for today, but be sure to check out tomorrow's headlines on the CBT Newscast and follow us on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Twitter. I'm Bridget Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for watching, everyone, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow.
Thanks for watching CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry. This is CBT News, the voice of the retail automotive industry.